Hey, Cal, did you see the kind of toughness you were looking for?
Look, toughness doesn't necessarily mean roughness. Toughness means that you're engaged, that you're playing people before they catch the ball, that you're meeting people before the ball hits the rim when you rebound, that you're spreading the floor every time and bouncing and you're talking. And we got closer, but that's going to be a work in progress. And until we get really good at that, we're going to be who we are. And, you know, every team that plays us is going to have a chance. I mean, I got to give Billy and A&M credit for the end of the game. They had a chance to beat us. Had a chance. And it was like, wait a minute. When you miss a couple free throws, how about we were going to switch everything and we left the man in the corner? Basically, that's not toughness. See, that means you're not engaged in what's going on. And we told him, we're switching everything. That guy left the corner man. Thank God he missed. I mean, there was another play, an easy switch on a pick and roll between two guards. Guys didn't talk. The guy rides right down the middle and shoots a layup. You can't have those. That's a lack of toughness. You're not tough enough to stay engaged. Fumbling balls, you know, because you're waiting on contact. You can't. Catching the ball where you need to catch it. Who does that for us? If you're watching the game, most of you don't watch it, but who is able to catch the ball where they need to catch it almost every time? Yeah. Larry's been around this 100 years. The rest of you were so quiet because you don't know shit. Excuse me. And instead of saying the wrong name, you stay silent. Larry had the courage to step up and say, PJ, he is tough. I just asked him, he has to take the leadership of this team. He has to do it now. He's the toughest guy, and if a guy's not doing what he has to, you have the ability and the right now to tell him. I asked the guys after, because I told them prior to the game, when I was at UMass my last year, the year we beat Kentucky, we played five. What happened? We played 5 guys. 2 guards played 39 minutes, and everybody else played 37. I played 5 guys. I told them that before the game. So after the game, I said, you 3 or 4 that played every minute, how you feel? I love it. Would you like to do this every game? Yes. So the rest of you could stay hurt. They're fine. Guys would like to play every minute of the game. The zone, we did some half-decent stuff, but we went man, they'd score 5 straight times. I mean, it was like, you know, thank goodness I got Tony on the staff and has taught me some zone stuff, and I have the courage to do it. But we won a good game. I mean, folks, just understand, and A&M lost 3 players. They were number 5 in the country. In the game they lost to, they beat, I believe, West Virginia. They lost to Arizona, and I watched that game. They could have beat Arizona easily. It was a touch-and-go game. They have 3 guys injured. I want you to understand, if we have 3 guys injured on this team, we're not winning. We won't win. You can coach them up. Now, me saying that, could have beaten us, could have beaten LSU. Billy's doing a heck of a job, a little short-handed, and they're going to be fine. You know, they'll be fine.
John, I know you guys missed some free throws late in the game there, but there was a stretch, critical point of the game where you hit 6 in a row. What'd you think of the free throw shooting?
That was good, but those ones at the end finish off the game to give them no chance. And if you want to be fouled late, you got to do it. The other thing is we turned it over twice, and both of them are drills that we work on, pivoting, and every timeout I said, we've got 2 timeouts, you ready for this? And the tie-up is ours. So hand them the ball, just hold it tight, and we'll get it on the side out. And so the guy loses it, and then the next guy loses it. That's, again, that toughness that I'm talking about, to really be engaged and focused on every possession. It's not just roughness. The other side of this is what these guys need.
Derek?
John, what's Quade's situation, and what do you think about playing and winning without him?
No, we did good. I thought Brad did good for his couple minutes in there. We had to put him in. We had fouls, and he went in and did good. I wish he'd have made that shot. But, yeah, I thought he did good. The guys gave him a hand after, and it just shows that if he needs to go in the game, he can do it. But we need to be a little more willing passers. I had to work on the lob yesterday in practice, which is kind of, I've never worked on it, we just throw it. Well, this team needs us to work on the lob pass. Like you drive and throw that thing up to the goal. I like Tommy's body language and his act today. Here's what I'm saying. If you want to be tough, you can't try to be cool. You can't try to be cute. You can't try to be Hollywood. Or you can't be tough. You can do those things, but you're not a tough, focused, engaged player. And so what I saw today from Hami was an engaged player. He made some mistakes. He broke down a few times, but you know, he's getting better, he's getting closer.
Kyle.
Cal, did you know that Shea could play 39 minutes and play at that level all the way through? I know he had the one late turnover, but anything about tonight surprised you with him?
No. He did ask Quade, are you going to be hurt next game?
Daryl.
John, this toughness you're talking about, how much of that can a player learn, can you coach, and how much of it is just a personality trait?
Some of it is how you think. Give an example. We had a kid here in 2012 that went 1 for 8 or 1 for 7 in the national championship game and walked in at halftime and was tough enough to say, I can't make a shot, I'm going to get every rebound and I'm going to block every ball. Duran, you score. Darius, make shots. Michael, you guys go do it. Marcus T, go do your thing. I'm going to do mine, blocking and rebounding. That's a tough player. So versus walking in with a body language that I can't make a shot today, I can't believe this, and looking for, you have no toughness. You have no toughness. Tough player deals with what's there and responds to it. So I'm talking a lot about body language because body language screams. It screams for everybody to see. Head down, this. And in most cases, it's an immaturity thing, but the second part of it is a little lack of toughness, mental toughness, that I'm not getting broken down because I missed a couple shots, or I fumbled the ball, or I missed a free throw. I don't care. I'm tough. I didn't think I had to teach them this, but I pulled out the toughness sheet and we read what toughness is. And as I read them to them, are we that? No. Are we this? No. Are we that? No. Are we this, no. Do we talk? No. And so my point to them is how we think has to change if you want how you're playing to change, how you approach this stuff. So I've had to do this with every team, probably more so with this team. But I've not had a team this young before.
Cal, you said on your radio show yesterday that Jared changed the practice. What can you bring to this team, and then how close is he to maybe getting to the game?
Yesterday, and even today, I loved him in the shoot-around. He's just not mentally ready to go on the court. And I basically told him, listen, when you go in, you're only going to play 7, 8 minutes and a half. You're going to have limited minutes for a while. I'm just going to put you out there, let you run around, and let you feel good about yourself, and you're out. But he's going to have to make that decision, and it's more mental. I mean, he can play. He couldn't play 40 minutes or anything like that, but he could play. And what he does, I never remembered him being as physically strong as he is. Like, he changed up practice, and it was physical. And I'm going to tell you what else Jared is. He's a willing passer. So when he gets it, the other team loves it because that team that's playing with him loves it because they know he's passing. He's a willing passer, which this team needs. So it would be nice, but I'm not challenging him, or I'd like it to be his first game, a home game, so he can, get some love and kind of work through what he's got to work through. I'd rather have that than a road game, but I'm going to leave that up to him.
Jerry.
John, how do you balance with PJ being the leader and kind of the rock with missing free throws down the stretch when you're going to expect a lot of close games?
He made the ones that stretched the game and got us where we were. He missed some ones down the stretch. And now I will put the ball in his hands late to make him get fouled so that he's going to have to make it. And if we cost us a game somewhere along the way and it helps him get to understand I'm not missing these late, and Kevin missed those late. I mean, we got to have them at the line, and then they've got to do it themselves. It's not me cheering them on, you're all right, you're going to be good. It's them having demonstrated performance late in the game, making those free throws. But when you watch PJ today, can you see how bad we were missing him at Tennessee in the second half? Had no chance of winning the game without him on the floor, at least 15 minutes. No chance. And their team just went to work on us. It was like a combination.
Last one, Larry.
John, Kevin did have 15 points tonight.
He was good.
Thing that made
The second half of the second half, he was really good. And that's what we should expect from him. He's one of the best players in the country. But you got to come up with balls. You got to play tough. He did late. You see the layups he made and the plays he made. He's capable of that. Well, why would I settle for threes and perimeter shots? Because they're easier. It's easier. I may turn it over. They may grab me. I may miss it. That's young. And again, that toughness that we're looking for. But let me just say this. Where they are now, you have to admit PJ's not even the same player he was a month and a half ago. Would you say? He's not even the same player. You're looking at Wendy getting better. You're looking at Shea. No one knew. Nick has taken a little step back, and it's all based on toughness, staying engaged. You remember the pass in the zone that went right by him with 3 seconds to go in the zone, and the guy created? From that point on, he stayed in a stance and played like this instead of erect, standing straight up. They struggled to get it by him. I think Sasha's getting better, but we need those guys to play with a sense of urgency, a desperation, a toughness.
All right, thanks, folks.
Thanks.
Rep. Shea, Hami, and PJ.